My name is Rhea Layne, Rhealayne. I am a singer and songwriter from right here, so in BIM, and I am also an attorney at law. To be honest, the COVID-19 experience has been a huge blow for me musically because I've been doing music now for about 6 or 7 years, but I consider like 2018 to be my breakout year. Um, so I had a plan, and God does laugh at your plans all the time. But I wanted obviously to continue on an upward trajectory, and of course, with 2020 literally coming to a halt just in month number 3, all the plans that we had kind of just went through the window, and we just had to revisit the plan and come up with a different game plan to do things differently. So it meant doing a lot of online shows. It meant pushing the music that was already out there even harder to try to stay relevant. It meant revisiting which songs you're going to release, because the songs that we had lined up to release, it doesn't make sense to release them now because they require that party setting to really push them. When I say we, nothing I do is, I'm not a, no man is an island. There's always a team somewhere behind helping you, whether it's your production team, even if it's more than one production house that you work with. All of those people make up your team. Your friends that push your songs whenever they drop, your family that invested in you, everybody that forms a part of making the dream happen. That's what I mean when I say we. I definitely think that having an older sister who has been through this is an advantage, and one that I could never ever underestimate. But I don't think it has been that difficult for me to establish my own brand, because we are very different in terms of what we produce. We have the same passion, the same dream. We are the same person, literally the same person. I it her walking this path literally, essentially a decade before I did. It is only a blessing because she's able to teach me so much, and I don't have to go through some of the things that she went through because she already went through them. And no responsible big sister is going to let their little sister struggle unnecessarily. So I am very grateful to have Shontelle there. And like I said, I don't think that it's been difficult for me to forge my own path, because although we walk the same path, we are different people, and the way that we create is totally different. From the time I was small, I remember very vividly when I was like in class 3 and 4. Every exercise book I had, I used to write at the very last page, in order number 1, 2, 3, what I want to be when I grow up, and it was always singer, songwriter, attorney, every single time. So I am literally living my own dream, right? And sometimes you forget to pat yourself on the back for that. But there's so many people who have had dreams to do things that they is all they think about, and they're still not doing it because of whatever situation. Most of the time is financial. Other times is that they just don't believe that they can make it anywhere. But I could not sleep at night if I was not doing music, because music is literally everything to me. And I came from a family that is very musical. My mom, she's not an artist, but she has a beautiful voice. She could always sing, and she was always listening to music. I remember not I remember, but she told me that, she grew up in church choirs and stuff like that. So it is innate to me. So I can never, ever imagine a life where I am not involved in music in some way. And of course, my aunt Kim Derrick and my sister Shontelle, like, we are literally just, music is life is our motto. That's what we always say.
Right.
I think that Barbados has an overwhelming wealth of talent on this little rock. I mean, per capita is amazing how many talented people we have here, not just in music, but in all kinds of creative streams, dance, art, poetry, literary arts, cuisine, you name it. Barbados is so creative, and we have influenced so much of what is out there now. And sometimes people like to forget that, but I will not let them. We have contributed in a major way to the aesthetic and the sound of contemporary soca. And in one way or another, and I mean, it's not Barbados alone, and that's the beauty of soca, is that it is a West Indian genre, and we teach each other, we guide each other, we influence each other, and that's why I love it so much, because when I listen to soca, I can hear the soul of the West Indies. A lot of verbal agreements are out there, but I mean, the more established you become, the more important it becomes to have that paper trail. And even if you are a young artist, whatever conversation you have with a promoter or any person who is hiring your talent, that forms the contract. So just try to have whatever conversation you are having in writing. Even if it's WhatsApp, have it in writing. Because it's just easier to prove things when they are written down in some way or the other. But I would definitely always encourage people to have physical contracts, because it's just protection for you. And you could never really go wrong with having a good contract, because some contracts will also have in terms that if you don't know what it means, you will not end up in a good position at all. And you have to know your worth, and don't settle for less than desirable amounts of money for your talent. The reason they're coming to you is because they recognize your talent and you deserve to be paid for it. 2021, we want to, continue making great music, continue to develop the network, continue to work with great artists, and I personally would like to expand my writer's catalog and establish myself as a writer, because I do write, but I don't think that a lot of people really know that yet. I want it to be understood that that is a part of the service that the brand Rhea Layne provides.